Okay, hi guys. I haven't did a video in a while, and it's because I've been really sick, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. Um, so I had my surgery on the 26th of January, and I stayed in the hospital for like 4 days. Came home. Well, all of last week, I did fine up until Thursday of last week, and I noticed that I was peeing more than usual, so much that I basically had no control over it. And I was getting in all of my fluids and, my vitamins and things like that. But the amount that I was peeing, I was basically just peeing my fluids right back out. So by Sunday of last week, I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, like my heart was racing. I was really, really weak. I mean, it was bad. So I go to the ER and they, kind of check me for blood clots and run some dye through me and all that. Well, they didn't find anything. They gave me one bag of fluids, said I was probably just a little dehydrated. Sent me home. So Monday, I wake up Monday and the symptoms are way, way worse. And so I'm like, okay, I got my 1 week follow up Tuesday with, my surgeon and nurses and all that. So I thought, okay, I'll just wait till then and tell them. Well, so the next morning, I'm getting up, getting ready for my appointment, and I couldn't move. I barely made it to the car. And then once I got to my doctor's office, I barely made it from the car into the desk to let them know that I was there. Hmm. Excuse me. So I go back and they weighed me. On the day of my surgery, I weighed 239 pounds. And 1 week afterwards, at my appointment, I weighed 223, which was pretty cool that I lost that much in a week. So I go back and I'm trying to explain to them what's going on. And it's almost like, being in a world where you know what you did. Like, I did everything right. I did what I was supposed to do. And they're looking at me like I'm lying about it, and they might not necessarily thought that, but that's how I felt, because they was all kind of like giving me this face like, like, are you sure you got your fluids in? And I'm like, I know how to count ounces, 1, 2, 3. It's not that hard. I was getting more than what I was supposed to get in. So yeah, it really kind of bugged me that that happened. Okay, back. Mouth got dry. Anyway, um, so, I'm talking to my nurse, and she said that she would rather um, check me over with them and their doctors. So she sends me from the doctor's office over to the hospital. Of course, immediately when I get there, like, I've got 6 people coming in. They're hooking me up to wires and trying to get IVs in me, and needless to say, that was horrifying in itself. I'm bruised, like, all the way up and down my arms. Like, that's just one patch of bruises. Yeah. So anyway, afterwards, they finally get an IV in me. They had to call some EMT person, and he finally was able to get it. So anyway, like, I'm at the hospital, I'm in the ER, and they're checking me from head to toe, blah blah blah. They're gonna do another scan for to make sure that I don't have a blood clot. And so they had to make sure that the vein that they had was big enough to run that dye through. So that was a task in itself, because I have no veins. And Maddox, I love you too, baby. This is Maddox, him my baby. Yes, you just wanted Mama's attention. Mama's doing a video. Mama's doing a video. Yeah, you're so sweet. Okay, but so anyway, I have no veins, and the ones that I do have are so tiny that they just you can't hardly get them. So anyway, um, the one that they got was good enough, thank God, just big enough to run that through. Maddox. Okay, hold on, people. Listen, not playtime, not playtime. We sit right here. Um, so then they come in and they start hooking me up to fluid. While I was in the ER alone, my body absorbed 3 bags of fluids in under an hour, and they were all really shocked about that because my body was just like sucking it in. And they did some blood work, and later, they come in, they're like, we're going to admit you. So I'm like, okay, great, So later, after I've been admitted into the hospital, I've got doctors coming in still trying to figure out what's going on, and I was still peeing every 5 minutes, having to get up. It was crazy. During the night, like, they all thought I was exaggerating. But thank God there was a nurse that was coming in. They have these little things called hats that you have to pee in, and they measure your pee. So, like, she was coming in and dumping that bucket out. I had peed it full 3 times during the night, which equaled out to me getting up about 7 times that night alone. So I got no sleep that night. I was up and down. And I had no sleep when I come home from the hospital, starting Thursday of the week that I came home from the hospital after my surgery, because I was having to get up and pee so much. And my ox is messing with something. So anyway, like, I learned after, Dr. Johnson came in to see me, she told me that my hemoglobin in my blood work was just completely crazy. Like, she says nothing like she'd ever seen before, really. She said that had I waited like another 24 to 48 hours, I wouldn't have made it. My body had no water in it whatsoever, according to my blood work. Like, it was completely empty. And so, of course, she's looking very concerned and almost disappointed because, of course, if I was a doctor or a nurse and someone come in severely dehydrated and said they was drinking, their fluids, but yet they were severely dehydrated, of course the thought's going to be there that they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. But I did. And so it was it was just so annoying because everyone just kind of looked at me, yeah, huh. Just kind of little things like that. And I just want it to be like, just shake them and be like, listen, I did what I was supposed to do. I can't help that this freak thing happened to me. It turns out I had a UTI, a urinary tract infection. And I was not aware of this. And so apparently, that was causing me to pee. And then also they mentioned that there is something in the brain that connects with the bladder that will make you pee continuously even if you are dehydrated. And so they said that's probably what was going on. So they give me a bag of antibiotics through my IV. And the next day I noticed that my peeing had slowed down, and my back, all the way across my lower back, stopped hurting because it felt like someone was like punching my kidneys or something. Like, it was painful. That stopped. So then, I was able to take in the fluid and not lose so much of it. So, like, that was a good thing. So anyway, they kept me, let's see, I got admitted to the hospital on Tuesday, and they kept me till Friday. So yeah, I just got home like yesterday, day before yesterday. So anyway, yeah, that's a lot of people. You know, I tried typing it out and explaining on Facebook what it was, or what had happened, but there was so much going on that I couldn't really type it all out. So I just figured I'd do a video and kind of update you guys. I'm doing better. I feel a little bit better, but I've still, like, my pain, you know, after surgery, I had pain up here in close to my rib cage around that one incision, you know, the biggest one. But now, like, the last few days, it's down here around this other incision towards the bottom of my belly, and it hurts worse than what this one up here did, and I don't know why. And so yeah, I didn't know if maybe I needed to go, like, get that checked out or whatever, but it's probably just really, really, really sore. I don't know. There's, you know, it's so hard with this particular surgery to sit and rule things out because there could be so many things, you know, going wrong or not going wrong. I just basically want this whole part of it to be over with. I want to be able to wake up and sit up on my own or get out of bed on my own and not be in excruciating pain. You know, I don't regret it. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, what the hell did I do to my body, you know? Like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. I already have seen some positive things. I've dropped quite a bit of weight, and I have a neck bone. Like, I can feel my neck bones, and you can see them. So, like, that's really weird. It feels really gross because, like, I've never been able to feel my neck bones. Really weird. And my wrists, like, obviously, I don't know. Like, my wrist and my hands are, like, so tiny, itty bitty. And you know, this shirt used to be tight. Like, it is completely swallowing me now. So that's a plus. Anyway, yeah, it's so painful, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, you know, yay. I want all of this to be over with. Like, I just want to feel better and feel normal. I guess I just want to be normal again to where, you know, I'm not in pain, and kind of figure out what I can eat, when I can eat. Like, I'm still working on that whole aspect. Like, I need to, you know, set up a little routine where I just have, you know, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But as of right now, you know, there ain't much on I'm in stage 2 of my diet, which is basically still liquids. You know, I can have V8 and pudding and yogurt, but to me that's still just almost a liquid. So, I'm dying to get to week 4. Like, that is where I can have eggs and cheese and I'd be alright. Like, I miss eggs and I miss my cheese, most definitely. Like, I've always liked my cheese, and like, you know, I've been nibbling around on a little bit of cheese here and there, just itty bitty tiny micro nibbles, and I've done okay with it. But like, I didn't want to, like, you know, chance getting sick or messing anything up, so like, I didn't eat no more than just a little nibble. I have discovered that the Cheeto puff corn, I don't know if y'all are familiar with it. It's puff corn. It like, that does not upset my stomach, and I can tolerate it right now. The other day I got really wanting something salty. I was dying for chips, but I knew I needed something very soft. So, like, I got a bag of the Cheeto puff corn, the cheesy flavor kind, and like, I eat about 6 of them. And basically you put it in your mouth and you just let it disintegrate into nothing before you swallow. So it gives you that feeling that you're sitting there getting to enjoy a bite of, you know, something without hurting your stomach or feeling left out. Like everybody's sitting around eating potato chips and, you know, hamburgers, and that was a way for me to feel normal. Like, I will only eat 6 at a time, and I'll only eat them like maybe once a day, if that. But it's enough to just let me know that, you know, okay, I'm healing up and I'm okay, and, you know, I'll be alright. So if anyone is in their like second week or third week, don't be afraid to try a bite of the Cheetos puff corn. It's very soft, it disintegrates into nothing, and it won't upset your stomach. At least it didn't mine anyways. Everybody's different. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to make a video and kind of let you all know why I haven't been online, and what's been going on with me, because yeah, there's been a lot going on. So, ooh, excuse me. I got in the bed late last night. Okay, well, just, I will do another video in about another week or so, and let you all know my progress and how I'm doing. So, but, bye. See you all then.